Welcome to this 5 a.m. update for Hurricane Henri. This is the latest satellite image of it, and you can see it is now moving quite close to Montauk. It's going to move over probably Block Island, but the outer bands are starting to reach the east end of Long Island. Let's look at the radar right now, and you can see again, there are the outer bands making their way toward Long Island. We're starting to see those outer bands now starting to move into the area, and you can see all this heavy rain also over New Jersey as well. So they're going to probably be dealing with a little more of that flooding now in towards central New Jersey. Looking at the latest public advisory on Henri, outer bands of Henri now moving onshore in eastern Long Island and southern New England. Its location is 40.1 north, 71.2 west, about 80 miles south-southeast of Montauk Point, and it's about 120 miles south of Providence, Rhode Island. Maximum sustained wind 75 miles an hour, moving north at 350 degrees at 18 miles an hour. So it's a little more slowly bending off. Now we're starting to see that curving to the left. All right. Center of Hurricane Henri, located near latitude 40.1 north, longitude 71.2 west. And they're expecting that decrease in forward speed on that turn toward the north-northwest this morning. And the landfall is expected in southern New England or on Long Island late this morning or early afternoon. The extent of the winds for the hurricane force winds extend outward up to 35 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 125 miles from the center, and the minimum sun suppression 29.12 inches, 986 millibars. All right, so far, not seeing many power outages so far, but I expect that this number is going to start going up on the east end within the next hour or so when those first bands move in. Let's look at some of the observations that we have right now. Right now, you see the wind gusts here in red, and you see that there is a wind gust to 34 miles an hour now at this buoy. So this is the buoy to watch here. We're going to have to watch this buoy as the storm gets closer. And still remains hurricane warning in Suffolk County, tropical storm warning for Nassau and New York City. We now have flash flood warnings in effect for New Jersey as well. We're going to look at that as well. We'll again look at the warning cone. I'm not going to look at any models in this update, but you can see how it has shifted further to the east now, which is good news for us, and maybe they'll lift that hurricane warning at least for western Suffolk. Probably not for eastern Suffolk, though. But you do have to remember that the stronger winds are on the right side of the storm, so I'm really surprised that they have not included a hurricane warning for the Cape and coastal Massachusetts. I'm really surprised about that. I don't understand. Maybe they think it's going to weaken by the time it gets that far north that it won't be a hurricane anymore. Maybe that's it. We're going to look at the latest rainfall totals as well, and the flash flooding reports. So let's go to this rainfall totals reports here, and you can see some areas in Bergen County, Hasbrook Heights 3.05, Teterboro Airport 2 inches and 2 inches. 2.40 inches. Sorry, I'm tired. It is, after all, very, I'm going to be tired because I'm up to do these updates and I got to go back to sleep, but when I can, I'll do them. 2.48 inches in Essex and Caldwell, 3.64 in Jersey City. That's a lot of rain. Passaic, 3.19 inches. Kings County in Brooklyn, we have a report of 6.32 inches. Prospect Park, 5.24 inches. This is an insane amount of rain. Sheepshead Bay, 4.14 inches. Nassau County, we have a high amount of 2.62 inches in Great Neck. Mineola reporting 2.04 inches. Manhattan, Central Park, 4.45. Midtown, 4.73. So you get an idea of the rainfall totals that are occurring here in our area, and now that rain has moved. So let's go to the flash flood reports here. We're going to look at these for a moment as well. Water rescues and Crown Heights. Water rescue on 3rd Avenue beneath the Gowanus. Flash flood in Crown Heights. So Crown Heights got hit pretty hard. Vehicles flooded. Battery Park flooding in the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Garden City, multiple flooding at Franklin Avenue and 2nd Street in Garden City. Multiple vehicles stranded in the street. Rockaway Avenue and Stewart Avenue in Garden City. So, wow, this is pretty bad. Video on social media. Cars stranded on the Throgs Neck Bridge. Flash flood in Harrison. Hasbrook Heights, flash flood on Route 17. 3 trains stranded in both directions between Harlem, 148th, and 34th. So trains actually got stuck when the flood probably got to the 3rd rail on the subway. What a mess. What a mess. BQE closed in Battery Park due to flooding. Flooded roadways, all lanes of the BQE closed, and flooding on 1 and 9 also resulted in a closure there in Elizabeth. Yeah, what a huge mess it is here. And let's see if we have any information from this area, because we do have active flash flood warnings that are remaining in effect for many areas of central New Jersey, eastern Mercer, southwestern Monmouth, Middlesex, central Somerset County, and it's saying between 3 and 5 inches of rain has fallen in this area, which is quite impressive. So these flash flood warnings continue in New Jersey till at least 9 a.m., and these are affecting Ocean County as well. So again, this is quite a lot of rain that is falling in this area. Now they don't have any rainfall reports, but we can always go to our weather and hazards data viewer and look at that. So let's go ahead and look at that, and we'll have to use that to get the latest rainfall reports that way, because that rain is just coming down now. Now that band of rain is over central Jersey, and we're going to look at some of those latest actually, I already have the viewer over here, so I'm tired. Work with me here, all right? Tired, but I figured I got to try to provide you with the information. Precipitation. Let's go and we'll just move this to the prior day, and this will tell us how much rain has fallen in central Jersey. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So you can see some of those high amounts here. There you go, 1.98, 1.97. So I don't know where they got the 5 inches of rain falling in New Jersey. I don't see any reports that high in that part. Further north there are, but not in this part of New Jersey. You have to go further north, Staten Island, and further north into central Jersey, like Elizabeth. This is where you see these higher numbers with the rainfall. But this is, like I said, quite an impressive amount of rain that is occurring in this area here. And really impressive. So again, you look at the radar and you see that the rain is kind of continuing. It's just you got this stripe here, and you can see it here too as well, that it's just getting pulled off Henri, and it's getting pulled westward, and that's what you're seeing. So again, expect things to pick up, especially for out east. Things are going to start picking up pretty quickly. And those power outage numbers are going to start going up, and I'll keep you updated as much as I can. Obviously, I have to get some rest in between these updates because I am human after all. But it is still going to be quite an impressive storm for some areas out east with the wind. The rainfall is really so far what is really impressing me, and and we have more rain to come. So. This flash flooding is going to be a huge issue, and I would also like to look at the rivers and lakes as well, but we'll have to look at those readings tomorrow, I guess, or should I say later today. I mean, I can actually go to this, and we can go to our rivers and lakes and see what the readings are on some of these, see if any of these gauges are in flood yet. I don't see any of them in flood yet. Here's one that is Lawrence Brook. That's starting to approach flood stage. You can see there in the upper. I'll have to make this a little smaller here. But if we mouse it over, Should be able to see Lawrence Brook is going up. That one is going up quite rapidly. Some of these high rainfall amounts. Let's see if I can get this one here. Passaic River. That's the only one that's flood stage, but with some of these heavy rainfalls, you're going to get flood stage on a lot of these rivers. So this is something that's going to have to be watched as well. Housatonic is already going up, by the way. So these rivers are going to go. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of gauges on Long Island. Very few. We have the Carls River in Babylon, and that's it. We don't really have New Jersey has more. Tom's River. Let's get Tom's River. That's starting to rise as well. We'll have to see what happens, because I remember after Irene how flooded the Tom's River was. It was very impressive. But we'll have to see if that area gets the heavy rain or not. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching.